You'll find complete details at WRFG.org. Please join us at the Little Five Points Halloween Festival and Parade, presented by the Little Five Points Business Association. It's this Saturday and Sunday. See you there.
Hello, Atlanta. This is Hirsh here on the Woods Radio on WRFG 89.3. And at this time, I got a special guest in the building. You want to introduce yourself?
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Bobby Ray Bands, man. How y'all feeling? B.o.B in the flesh.
Yes.
Yo.
Fresh out the bed, fresh out the Uber.
Yo.
Welcome to WRFG, B.o.B. Great to have you.
It's
Yeah,
good
also,
to be here.
It's Rory here, man. It's a really special day, man. I'm glad you made time to come through and vibe with us here at the Woods Radio. Man, this is just lit, bro.
Out here in the woods, man. I got the wood fit on, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
We out here, we lit.
Yeah, man.
Rocking that nature core.
Nature core.
Nature core is the word.
Yeah,
man.
that's
For
the
real.
aesthetic.
Yo, that's what's
Yeah.
up, man. Yeah, I'm digging it.
Yeah. Well, shoot. I know we don't have too much time, so I'm gonna get into some of these questions.
For
This
sure,
is a
bro.
question that I'm just curious, like, cause you've been around for a while now, like over 10
Right.
years. I remember hearing Airplanes and Nothing on You drop when I was in high school, and like I'm just curious, what was that initial journey like as far as just like rising through the noise and getting to a place where you were heard? Because it's just such an oversaturated scene. Maybe it wasn't as oversaturated back in the day, but I still feel like just the scene in general was so saturated. Like, what did it take, like, to get you to like break through the noise and really like take you to where you became like a well-known, established artist?
You know, it's really it was really a special time, I guess you could say. Like it definitely wasn't as saturated as it is now, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying, like it doesn't really matter how saturated the game is at the time. I just wanted to be different, and I'm not gonna lie to you, like wanting to be different isn't like just protesting everything. It's just that because I like the stuff that was popping at the time too, but also I wanted my shows to be like mixed crowds. Like I want to do other genres, so we really got a chance to like do something different. And ironically, Rory reminds me a lot of myself. You know what I'm saying? And I think no matter how saturated the game is, that's just the easier it is to stand out because everybody doing the same thing.
Yo, I'll piggyback on that. Yeah, you cut through like a hot knife through butter when you do something different in a space where everything's saturated. And I also see that mirror too, man. We like just, like the princess of the East Side. We get into our instruments, bro. We actually care about music. So I always respected you for that, dog. And you just put out an album called SpaceTime.
SpaceTime.
I want to ask, why did you pick the name? What is the theme behind that? Because you've been having some dank titles for the past 5 years, ever since even 2018 with Nagas. Like you've been having some interesting titles. So SpaceTime, why'd you call it that?
Yo, SpaceTime, man. I feel like every album title is what I'm going through at the time, and I feel like space-time to me, everybody always talks about time and space and like, time travel, space travel, which, time and space is sort of like the same thing, you know what I mean, if you're looking at it from like a quantum sense. But like, for me, I feel like what you eternally are is what your past, present, and future will be. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're somebody that complains all the time, you're going to complain about the past, present, and future eternally, you know what I'm saying? This life and the next life. So, I really had to like clean house and just kind of like get my house in order, around the time that I recorded this SpaceTime joint. And I didn't even like, my mentor had passed, and it was like a huge transformational period for me. So SpaceTime was like the last element. It was like, yo, this is what you got to master. You know what I'm saying? You master yourself. You master everything around you. You know what I mean? So SpaceTime was like the last dragon.
The last frontier.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah, so I heard this is a part of your Elements series, correct? The SpaceTime.
Right.
So how did that come into play? The whole idea of like an Elements series. Like, what was the inspiration behind
Somebody, the first one I did was water. We are the enemy, really. And then somebody, because it didn't even start like that. It just started as the acronym. I like the acronym, and I was like, okay, bet water. And then somebody was like, yo, you gotta do fire. And then it was 8 projects later. It took me like, I think I did the first one in 2015. So it took me about 10 years. This has been about a 10-year journey. And
Wow.
yeah, so yeah, it's like Elements is kind of something it's hard for me to escape. Like, I don't know why. I never intended it to be that way. But like, even on my album cover, my first album, I'm doing like the poses, you know, the superhero poses with the earth, air, fire, water. But I don't know. I mean, Captain Planet wasn't like my favorite cartoon, but
Yeah, I dig it.
That's dope, man. And I also know that you produce as well. You dropped a production tape recently.
yeah, I dropped a lo-fi album.
And I've seen you with the OP1. Is that did you use that a lot in that project? Like, how did that all come into play?
I the Obi-Wan got a sound to it.
Facts.
And like the way you use it, it's just perfect for lo-fi for me. I mean, I'll put drums in that thing. Like I did a lot. I basically I made the whole album basically on the OP1 and the Nord. Like that whole,
Really?
yeah.
So you
like,
tracked everything into the 4-track tape recorder on the OP1, and you just did it all solely within that as like a DAW?
So yes and no. So I recorded a lot I resampled it. I played a lot into Pro Tools and then resampled it back into the OP1. And some of the drums I would just sample like straight in through the OP1. But I use a lot of pedals too. I use a lot of guitar pedals, a lot of outboard gear, I guess. But yeah, man, like it that OP1 got a sound, man. If any musicians listening, definitely add that to the arsenal.
Hey, I have a question. On SpaceTime, which song would you say strikes a most profound chord with you?
Black Phillip probably. And I wasn't really sure. You know, like
That's
sometimes
the one with the madrigals?
yeah, the madrigal, yeah.
You tell me you've been getting into madrigals, yo.
Yeah,
you
man.
put me on now. Tell us
that's
about
the
it. Tell
opera
us about
thing, or-
the Black Phillip and madrigals.
Yeah, the Black Phillip is based off like madrigals, but like madrigals aren't just like opera pieces. They're like, it's like the way the notes overlap and stack on each other. It's like a pattern, and they do these different patterns with these voices. And it's like, you know, if they were like singing, because you know, like back then they didn't have like TVs or like, so like if you went to go see a madrigal, it had to be entertaining. So like if they said like a word like flood or water or like running, like the vocals would have to be doing that. And so it'd be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like all these intricate patterns that they would make. And so I started just getting obsessed with it, you know what I'm saying? And so I wrote my own. It kind of took me a while, and it's not as complex as like Renaissance 16th century madrigals, but like I spent a lot of time writing it, and I think I don't know why I really wasn't expecting people to like it so much, or for it to resonate with them. You know, I do a lot of vocal arrangements in my work, but like, you know, it really struck a chord with them and with me. I loved it, but you know what I'm saying? I structured the track listing like a DJ, you know what I mean? So I put it at the end, but it was one of the ones that, you know, that people really, really rock with. So, you know, yeah, like it's a real pocket that I never really like ventured into, but like all in all, man, like really like this whole SpaceTime thing reinvigorated, if that's the right word. I don't even know if that's reinvigorate.
Reinvigorate, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It just breathed new life into like my music, to where like to the point where I feel like I'm making new music again. like I feel like I'm back at the beginning, like how fun it was when you first started and you got your first piece of gear, you got your first microphone, and you like, man, I'm finna make the Fives mixtape.
Yeah. Are you taking any new? So there's the madrigals and whatnot, but are you taking any newer musical journeys? Like, what's coming next?
R&B. Been dabbling heavily in R&B.
Sexy with it.
Trying to put the suit on. I mean, I guess I always dabbled in rock, but I've been getting more into like the metalcore and just heavy metal scene. And you know what's so crazy, man? I don't know if I don't think this is known, but like in the world of metal musicians are some of the like nicest people you'll ever meet in life. and they get on stage and turn to demons.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But it's like it's kind of like a culture shock. So I'm like, man, why is everybody so nice? Like, it's a real community. Like, they support each other. If somebody needs a drummer, like someone will fill in for them. They'll learn the music. You're like, it's a real like close knit community. Yeah, I mean, you know, everything has its flaws, you know, of course, but like, you know, it's different than that. You know, in the rap world, it's like every man king of the hill. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So can we expect a metal collaboration with you in the future?
Oh,
Is that
absolutely.
something that you're...
It's already. Man, I collaborated with Born of Osiris. Well, I'm in a band. I'm in a rock band called Hockey Mori. So we've been collaborating with quite a few musicians. It's not all metal, you know, some like Manchester Orchestra. We even got like
Andy.
Yeah.
Andy
We even got Fabo on a record.
Oh, word?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yo, Fabo be singing, bro.
On a metal record.
I don't know if you would qualify it as metal, but like still, it's quite impressive. Like, it's like, dang, he just knew what to do with it. He just went straight to the booth, man.
Fabo saucy, man. Can't tell him nothing.
Yeah, bro.
I got a question a bit off topic. Where'd you get this hat from?
Bro,
hard.
I was in the woods somewhere, man. Ran into a gypsy.
Item drop.
Hit a loop.
I like the hat, bro. I know you've been telling me you're about to get into the fashion and whatnot too, man.
Yeah,
so,
man, we got it.
This hat is hard, bro.
Yeah, bro, we gotta do something, man. We gotta do something soon.
Makes me think of Capital is the Japanese brand with a K. You familiar with them?
Nah, bro. Put me
Capital,
on.
Dang. I'll send you some links, bro.
Roy with the steez.
Yeah, the designer just passed away. I think it was probably last year, but yeah.
I don't.
I love their stuff.
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Can't remember the name right now. Yeah, man.
That's dope.
That's fine. Well, I know we only have about 3 minutes left, unfortunately, before it shuts off. But I did want to give a chance to play one of the records off of your project if you're open to us playing it. I made a clean version of Zoot this morning, 5-10 minutes before before I got here. I was literally eating steel cut oats, making clean versions. I should probably do this. The B.o.B's coming. I may get a clean version for one of the records off the project.
For sure. That's
but thanks again for coming in, B.o.B.
Which song is it, Joey, and why'd you pick it?
So I picked Zoot. Because I listened to the whole project, and that was just the one that I just liked the most. That was my favorite.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, I love the production and the way that you're coming on it with your flows and the way you kind of switch up your tone too at different parts. It's almost like a storytelling thing. But anyways, I'm gonna get into it because we are running out of time. But thank you again, Atlanta, for tuning in. Thanks again, B.o.B. Thanks again, Rory. Thanks again.
Yes, sir. Bobby.
Yes. Thank y'all again. Radio. Peace out. This is Zoot by B.o.B. off the new album.
We all wear the mask, metaphorically speaking. I just took a hair and I'm picking. Obama runs in a Dutch. I'm smoking. Elements too. I'm reloaded. Behind the mask, dreams and fears collide. It's a facade if your face card decline. Acting like another, have some respect for yourself. How you gonna chase another wealth? Yeah, we all wear the mask. If you were to go, it'd be one less podcast. If I was not the GOAT, my flow would not provoke both. You could blow, get overthrown. They couldn't go toe to toe. They tried to buy me out with TV shows. I told them no. I am the one that dropped the bomb. They wanted time. I flashed the Tommy gun I'm holding. And what you do? You sold your soul. You folded. Ha! Which one's for show? Which one you beer? Which one you throw away? Dip me here when you go away. I'm honored. It's an honor. When I keep getting stalked by the blogs and calls, it's an honor. I say it's an honor. Like the saying goes, if you can't come, then you gotta come. It's an honor. We all wear the mask, metaphorically speaking. I just took a hat and I'm peeking. Obama runs in a Dutch. I'm smoking. Elements too, I'm reloaded. This is a world that I can't take seriously. I just think differently. All the ones you call leaders got low integrity and low bone.